What's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by. I guess let me start by saying if you're here to see some, otherworldly evidence or to, become 100% convinced that there's something, abnormal going on, then you're not even, don't even waste your time. Might as well not even bother being here because you have to see these kind of things for yourself to ever become completely convinced. So it's, I've always been a fan of the, subject. I've always, been a big into sci-fi. I actually work in the space industry. I'm a chemist at a NASA airfield, so I'm very familiar with aircraft. I'm very familiar. I've seen plenty of rocket launches. I've seen sounding rockets up close. I've seen them far away. There's tons of air traffic coming through here all the time. It's not like commercial stuff so much. It's more, military kind of planes or just, government, projects and stuff. Navy, there's a lot of Navy training here mainly. But anyway, so I'm not in New Jersey. I'm sure most of the people here are here because of the New Jersey situation with all the drones. And I've seen plenty of drones here too. I'm on the little peninsula on the other side of the Chesapeake Bay. It's called the Eastern Shore. So it's a couple hours south of New Jersey, but it's basically the most rural area on the entire East Coast. There's like basically nobody here. So I've always been really into the topic, but I've never actually seen anything that I thought was otherworldly or that I couldn't explain by traditional means up until a couple of weeks ago. So I was sitting outside and it was pouring down rain. It was the day after that we had the big meteor shower that peaked. And I had seen a meteor kind of streak through the sky and out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh, that's cool, so I'm just sitting there. And I noticed that there's very little in the sky. It's basically nothing in the sky because it's pouring down rain. It's so cloudy. So I, first of all, was kind of surprised to be able to see a shooting star, but I noticed there was an actual star that was basically directly in front of me, out in the distance, but it was low. It didn't, I wasn't looking up. I'm actually recovering from spine surgery, so I can't really look up anyway. Not well, at least. But anyway, so I'm sitting there and I see this star. I'm staring at it for maybe 2 or 3 minutes because it's right in front of my vision, and I'm just thinking, oh, what's weird? What the hell is this doing out? When all of a sudden, it just takes off across the sky. I would have thought it was just a shooting star if I hadn't been staring directly at it for several minutes. So that was my first, situation with the ontological shock. It is very different between, knowing some place, somewhere, sometime. There's been some other intelligent entity or species. I think anybody that understands space knows that that's almost guaranteed. It's near infinite space. There's near infinite time. There's something else out there somewhere. But knowing that and then being confronted with the evidence that they are here, we are not alone here on this earth, is very different. It literally changes your entire worldview. And it's taken me a little while to adjust to what the hell has happened here, because me a month ago would have called me now completely crazy. But whatever, if you want to, call me crazy too, then that's fine. I think everybody's going to have to see this for themselves to really truly know for sure that we are not alone. So anyway, I see that shoot off across the sky. I'm freaking out, and I don't see anything for a couple days. So I'm sitting there and I'm, just still looking. I see some drones, I guess. I have a flight radar. I'm sitting there checking, and eventually I do see one that's very low, just hovering. It's just sitting there and, right above the tree, right above my house. And then I pull out my camera and start recording it, and then it flies away. I've shared some other videos where I was watching the OBA-1 cameras, and I definitely misidentified a bunch of things. That wasn't something that I had seen a whole lot of. It's, watching beach cams up until I heard about the whole drone situation. So yeah, sure, call me an idiot for those. I've shared a couple of these other videos that I've taken, and they look crappy. Again, so like if you're here to expect to see, the end-all be-all evidence, you're not going to get it. I'm going to tell you my story. I'm really making this video to document what happened to me, because it was just so mind-blowing that I need to document it. So anyway, I've seen a bunch of other things. There was one that I had shared here that I guess I'll pull it up on as well. I have it right here. It's terrible. Everybody was, giving me crap for this, but I shared it I was asking for help. I wasn't trying to prove anything to anybody.
This motherfucker right here. that is right.
I had this somebody else that I sent this video to. I guess first of all, I've been trying to upload these, and something happens when you upload them to YouTube or whatever. I don't know if you'll even be able to see anything on this when we're watching this back through, because I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. But this is the iCloud, so it should be the actual data file. And if anybody wants this, I don't mind sharing it. I'm not going to share it publicly because it has some personal information in there and stuff. But if you want it for some reason, let me know what the reason is, and I'll send it to you. But I did have somebody else examine this, and they upped the contrast on it, and they were able to find a tree. There is a tree on the bottom of this video. I guess I don't need to use my hands. I have a mouse right here. There's a tree in this video here. So you can see the tree is stationary. You can see these lights moving. Again, it's not going to be great here.
Super fucking
but
close.
I noticed that these two stars, I thought were stars, but they're moving way too fast. Like, they're not shooting. They're not. You can tell they're not shooting stars. So anyway, you can tell that they are moving when you up the contrast on this video. If you're here for videos, I have a better one, I promise. But this, I wanted to get into it first because these are all predate what I had seen. So, that ship, it was a ship. It was all one object. I had noticed that the two stars were traveling, kind of bouncing. It was like if you, were in a go-kart or whatever, and you're, doing the tail spin or whatever. So, I noticed that there are stars behind these stars. But when the two objects pass over it, in between where it's black and looks like sky, was covering up the stars behind it. So I could tell there was something there. These two stars were the same object. They were kind of bouncing through the sky, and so they weren't traveling linear. So I knew they weren't satellites because of the movement they had. And eventually, here at the end of the video, I was going to try to find somebody. I was home alone. I thought my sister had gotten home. And so I basically was trying to go find somebody to see this with me, but I couldn't find anybody. My sister wasn't home. I heard somebody close the door, but I guess it was one of my neighbors or whatever. And they weren't answering. I called, out, hey, is anybody out here?
Outside, right?
Yeah, you can tell how panicked I am. I was freaking out, because it looked like a big ship. So I shared this video asking for help, and I got a bunch of crap. Like, what the hell are you even showing this for? Like, I get it. I would probably say that to me too. So, again, I deleted that post. The video's still up. Like, I don't necessarily care about that. I was just tired of having people commenting on the post. I got the help that I wanted. Somebody had examined it, and they'd up the contrast and stuff. So, that was the December 19th one. So, this would be the next day here. I'm outside again. I'd started to look a lot more at these, obviously. So, there are woods behind my house, and there's these lights back here are somebody's house. I was smoking cigarettes. I actually stopped smoking cigarettes. This, I believe, was the last cigarette I smoked. And it was like 9 or 10 days ago now. So that was that light. There was a lighter right there. There were some lights back here. That's somebody's house. It was like a Christmas tree or something. There's woods, and then there's like 2 houses back there, but they're way back. This is in the woods. I know you can't really tell here. Again, I don't blame you for thinking this video sucks. This is a screen. I'm inside my screened-in porch. Most of the videos I'm inside the screened-in porch just because that's where I'm sitting. And I was terrified. This is like, middle of the night. I'm completely by myself. It's dark as hell. So I was scared. But anyway, this light, there's a barn, basically, or a shed right here. And it's like directly behind this shed. And then it just goes away, just turns off. But there's no spotlight there. There's nothing in the woods right there. There are houses behind it. That light was way too bright. It was way too close. There definitely was nothing behind it. So again, that was another one where it's like, I'm pretty sure that was weird. But again, none of these, other than the first thing I had seen where the star took off across the sky, I've been basically trying to find something else similar to that since then. And I hadn't really. Some of these things I do think were odd, but it's just a light. It's just sitting there and then it turns off. Like, I don't know what the hell that was. But it was odd. So anyway, get to today. Today is my birthday. I kind of had a feeling that I was going to see something today. I just, for some reason, I figured like if there any entity here that's trying to communicate with me or trying to make its presence known, whether with me or not, then I figured today would be a day that they did, and I think they are trying to communicate with me. It's almost they're very childlike. They'll turn off when I go to video them, and as soon as I put my phone away, the lights will turn back on. It's almost like they're playing peekaboo. It seems like an intelligent child-like attitude, or like a scared puppy. Like if you were to approach a scared puppy, you just keep presenting yourself. You don't get too close. You just try to show that you're not a threat. I have so many medical issues right now. Between the recovering from the spine surgery, I have probably 3 or 4 more surgeries I need to get in my arms. My jaw is completely wrecked. I've had to get Botox in that. So if I look like I'm talking funny or I'm making weird movements and stuff, like my arms are literally like peeling off of my body. So, that's why. But anyway, I'm been a nervous wreck because of this. I'm in pain so much, so often that my mental health has just been ruined. I'm basically in like a 2-year-long panic attack. So if I was some other entity, I wouldn't come right up to me either, because it'd be like a dog, scared out of its mind that would attack you. So anyway, I feel like these things are trying to make their presence known to me very, very slowly. Anyway, I'm going off on more of a tangent than I had meant to here. I've tried this video probably 15 times. I've tried to record this video. And I just keep there's so much to it. There's so much going on, and I don't want to make it too long here. So I'll get into some of the specifics about me and what has transpired to lead up to this point that kind of makes me think that there's more to this, and why I'm seeing so much here when I have had other people here around also have sightings, but not anything close to like what I'm seeing. They're mostly seeing actual drones. So anyway, back to today. I'm outside, and this was the moment that, okay, I'd seen that shooting star, but I had maybe convinced myself that there was, who knows? Who the hell knows what I saw? The shooting star that was sitting there stationary. This was a while ago, though. It was a couple days ago, or a couple weeks ago. So I guess a week or so ago, 10 days. I had just kind of gotten back to the point where like, okay, who the hell knows what's going on here? I don't know if I've seen anything. When I get this is in the same spot as that other light I had just showed a second ago. It looks like it's on a tree. There are trees there. But this looks like it's on the tree, like right in front of me, like basically right directly behind my house. This super bright orb. I actually didn't see these. I don't know what those are, if they're bugs or what. I didn't notice those when I was in the video. I guess I did here. I kind of panned over to them a little bit, but I think those might be just the lights from the house back there. Maybe not, though. I have no fucking clue what those are. But anyway, I know that light right there was odd. So that one had come up. But after that, actually it was before this, excuse me. Before that video, I had an instance where's the one that I actually wanted to show? I'll get to that in a second, I guess. There's one really good one. But anyway, so right in these woods, it's the same general area every time where I see these things on the back. I guess it makes sense. I don't go anywhere else other than like my room and this porch. So it makes sense that I'm only seeing things there. But anyway, I'm just sitting there. I'm playing a Magic tournament. That's why I have this set up. I play Magic the Gathering online, and I like to record videos for that. So I was in the middle of a tournament, and I had a break, so I went outside for a minute just to try to catch some fresh air. And I saw, just out of nowhere, it was like somebody had turned the brightest spotlight. It was similar to this, but even brighter spotlight on me. I didn't have my phone on me because I was only gonna be outside a minute or two. It was charging, which actually, speaking of that, I need charged right now while I'm thinking about it. But a light, like I said, a spotlight just shines, to the left of my peripheral vision. Looks like directly on me. All of a sudden, this light starts to go directly up. Okay, and then it comes back down. It starts making a wave with the crest, probably 20 feet. This is directly at eye level, basically initially right around eye level. It travels up probably 20 feet and then goes back down right near to the ground. comes up and comes down. It slowly, very, very slowly creeps to the right. I was completely stunned because this one was close. This was even closer than this one. It was barely even in the woods, like it was in my yard. And so I'm just sitting there completely stunned watching this. I couldn't move. I was just completely shocked, paralyzed. As soon as it goes behind the shed to the right, I'm looking, I'm like, where the fuck did that thing just go? And I don't see it come out the other side. So that's when I finally run inside. I'm banging on my sister's door. My sister lives with me. I was like, hey, come out here. What the fuck was this? She thinks I've lost my fucking mind, which I would have too. But I cannot manifest things into a video camera. Like, I cannot make things happen on this camera. So I know I am not crazy. I know what I've seen. This specific instance I did not get on video, unfortunately. I really, really wish I would have, because it was absolutely nuts. But I was too stunned at what the hell I was seeing. There's just no way that a person was operating this thing like this. And then it disappeared and didn't come back. It was only like 5:30, so it wasn't even fully dark yet. And I would have seen it if it was like, swinging a drone and they put a light on it or whatever. This was not this. This was probably 20, 30 feet from me. And I never got outside of my porch on it. I was kind of scared of it. I'm a big old baby when it comes to these, but I'm doing better. I'm getting better about not being as scared. So anyway, I see that. I'm freaking out. I'm coming to get my sister. Like, oh, please come out here. Please come out here. I'm still trying to play this Magic tournament. I played literally the worst I've ever played in my entire life. Of course, I played that way on my birthday, but anyway, that's besides the point. I go outside again, and I happen to notice into the left of me. This is further. This is not a spot that I normally see. The other ones are, more this way. They'd be over here. So I guess, sorry, they'd be, to the right of me. The other videos I've shown. So the shed is not in this video. Somebody's house is over here, but I don't think that comes up in this. There's nothing in this area. I never see anything in this area. But I had noticed these orbs. It looks like a bike reflector was in the woods, like hanging on a tree or something, but then it would start to get brighter. So then that's when I pulled out my camera here. Let me play this one. Whoops. But the weird thing here is,
that light over there.
I guess let me just,
on the video, you could see the white light above it.
I was talking. I think it's better if I just let it play through here.
That light over there. So on the video, you could see the white light above it. I didn't see that in person. I just saw that red flash. I was sitting here. I kept seeing something out in the woods behind me. And so I walked back there, and then it went off. You can see the red flash up there. I don't know if you can see on the video, but there's a water tower way back there. But there's only one. And this was definitely not that water tower. It was right there. I had just said, I'm preparing myself to meet you. Just, saying that to nothing. And when I said that, that light shot on. I took out my camera, pointed it at it, and as soon as I started recording, it went away. But you could see the white light.
Yeah, so anyway, there's a very, very faint, I gotta move it out of the way, red orb there. You can kind of see right on the bottom of this. It was a red orb that started to glow orange, and then it turned back to red, and that's when I pulled my camera out and started to film it. But that white light that was coming off the top of it, that streak, was not visible to me. I could not see this. So I don't know what the hell that was. All I could see was this orb. And then as soon as like I said, they seems like they like to play peekaboo. As soon as I started recording it, I mean, this video is only 4 seconds into the video, and it disappears when I had been watching it for probably 30 seconds at least. So I see that, I start to, that's about an hour after that other one. Because the first one that I'd seen and I didn't record was at like 5:30. So I had started to remember to take my camera out there this time. So, all right, let me see here. Let me get back to it. There's a couple other ones here that are good or not good. I don't remember. Some are better than others. I still haven't shown the good one. So if you're really looking for it, oh, this one I do like a lot. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to share well. This was one that was super weird. I don't know if you can see that. It's super dark. I would love to have some help with this to try to get it better. It looks like a planet. I don't know if you can see that. There's an orb with a ring around it, and I could see that. That's what I saw with my naked eye here. None of this is things that are artifacts of the camera or whatever, because I could see this with my actual eyes. But it looks like a fish almost, or jokingly I would say, no, I found Saturn, but this was basically at the same spot that I'd seen that orb earlier, the red one that I just showed. So I don't know what the hell that was. This is the first time I've seen anything like that where it's clear as day. Some sort of, I hope this shows on the video. When I upload these videos to YouTube, they look awful. I guess it compresses it or something. These are the actual iCloud videos. So if anybody wants these, I don't mind sharing them. I'm not going to share them publicly because it's got some personal information on it and stuff, but I have had others look at some of these videos and help me confirm, like, hey, yeah, I can, you gave me your location. I can see on Google Maps, like, yeah, there's that shed you're talking about. Here's the tree. This is, I enhanced the brightness and you can tell the tree's stationary and the lights are not. Like, I have had other people look at this stuff. So I don't mind if you do want the original video, let me know and I can definitely share it with you. But anyway, so still haven't gotten to the good one. Let's see, what are all of these? There's been so much that's gone on today, like I can't even keep it all on track. That's why I wanted to record this video now. Okay, yeah.
Don't go away, don't disappear.
I tried to approach it. I tried to get closer to it. You can hear me coming out of my screen and porch right here.
What are you?
This was at the same spot where the one on the tree was earlier, but you can tell this was definitely different.
Don't disappear. Come back, come back, come back.
You can tell this is definitely a different kind of light. Still, this is not the good video. I'm saving that one for last. So, yeah. Anyway, that one's that. This one, and the one I just showed were basically all in the same spot. The other ones are in one other spot. There's really two spots. They're in the same woods, but one's to like the left of my house when I'm on the porch, and the other one's directly in front of me. I'd been looking mostly at the ones directly in front of me, but the ones that are red are to the left. And this one, I guess I'll finally get to the best one. I've told myself I wasn't going to make this video super long. I still have so much more to say, but it's a lot of backstory, and I wanted to get a mostly just sharing the evidence of the videos I had seen, and giving you my story of the orb, the wave orb. That one was the best. I'm still unsure if that or this video was the best evidence. They're both nuts. There's nothing that reasonably could explain these. If you have some sort of explanation for either of that or this thing that I'm about to show you, then let me know, because I want to be disproven. But I'm not going to deal with trolls and stuff. Like, I want to get down to the bottom of this. I want to figure out what the hell is actually happening. So, okay, so this one is the coup de grace, I guess, of, holy crap, what the hell is that? So this is, again, you can see it's a little after all the other ones I had done here. You can see this is like the bike reflector thing. I've noticed these for like weeks, but they don't look like they're reflecting. So I've actually walked out into the woods during the day to see, like, hey, what the fuck I keep seeing out here that looks like a bike reflector hanging on the tree or something. It's like a red, reflection. But it's not a light. So I am outside. It's around 9 o'clock here. And I look over to the left and I see this light. So I thought a car was coming because there's a cul-de-sac down there, but there aren't really any houses back there. They're constructing some, but this was at 9 o'clock at night on a Saturday. There's nothing back there constructing it. So I'm looking at this like, what the hell? I was expecting another car, like a car to pull up or whatever. But I hadn't seen one go back there. I do talk in here, I think. Maybe I'm confusing it with a different one, but
I'm going to try to approach you.
no. Okay, so I do. Let me back up. So I don't know how well the audio on this comes through. It's as loud as it can be. I guess the music probably not helping, but I think I turned the music down. I wanted it to be here, but not overwhelming. So anyway, I tell this that I'm about to approach it. before I started to record this, I had also, I don't remember exactly my language. I think I was saying something along the lines, if you're here, show me. If you are here with love and kindness, you know, let's help bridge the gap between us, kind of shit. You know, whatever cuckoo stuff that you would expect to say when somebody sees a fucking UFO. Because I have no, or UAP, I guess. There's nothing that could explain this. And if you have something, please let me know. But anyway, I tell this that, hey, I'm about to approach you. You can hear me say it. So you've seen it's 45 seconds. This light's been stationary. And then I say, hey, I'm going to try to approach you. Yeah, I only just now noticed you can see the shape of it when those lights blink. You can see it's a saucer. I only just noticed that. I thought it was 3 lights in a line. It's not. It's a bowl. So let me replay that one because I think it's the best one here. You can see it's, you know, I'll go through some of this. You can see it's 45 seconds of this just sitting there. I tell it here that I'm going to approach it. Where's that at? That's, I think, right here.
I'm going to try to approach you. You saw that, right? Still there. Why is it not showing up on the
And then it vanished, and then shut. This, I was seeing all this with my eyes, by the way. This was exactly what I was seeing. But yeah, I believe you can see, like right there. You can see its shape. It starts to do this, and then it's gone. And I've been checking probably every hour, at least. Honestly, more like every 10 minutes. I've been at least going outside and seeing it. I haven't seen it since. This was last. I guess it's, you know, not my birthday now. It's almost 3 in the morning now. So anyway, this was just a couple hours ago. I still don't know what the hell is going on. I'm going to make another video. I think this one's probably reached its usefulness here. Probably nobody's going to make it through to actually see this video. I'll probably try to make a cut to it or whatever. Or maybe I'll just record a separate one with just this video. But yeah, I needed to document this stuff because I'd seen more today than I had seen in basically I've seen better today than I had seen in I could have ever hoped to see. Let's put it that way. And I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. And this all predates the reason why I think these are trying to communicate with me specifically. It predates this by a lot, and I'll get into that in another video. I'm sure you'll hear more from me. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate everybody coming in. And if you want to call me an idiot or crazy or say I'm fucking stupid and this is a car or whatever, then be my guest, I guess. Go ahead and help yourself. But if you didn't think you were already a believer, then I don't know why the hell you would still be watching this. So you're crazy. You're the crazy one if you're still watching this and you don't believe in this stuff, not me. So yeah, appreciate it. Glad y'all stuck it out, and I'm gonna record the separate video with just this on there here.